WTF face. You've heard of the RBF? This is the WTF. She's never been groomed here before. She's from out of state, traveling, right? She's traveling. Oh my goodness. Little princess. Okay, so let us begin with the whatnots. Nails, sanitary clip, you know, the whatnots. Get that started. We're basically going to just restore her coat, give her a shampoo and blowout. When you have a long hair cat, the service request to keep the cat's coat natural is the equivalent of a human who goes to a blowout bar, right? There's no haircut, you're just getting your hair washed and blown out, right? That's the equivalent of how to maintain a long hair cat. And that's what I did with my Himalayan for the first 10 years. Just a bath and blowout every 6 to 8 weeks is what was his requirement. He was a don't touch me cat, so couldn't touch him with any grooming tools, but he loved his bath, so that's how I was able to keep him groomed, because he loved his bath and blowout, right? Why he's not a candidate for a haircut, right? Not every cat is a candidate for a haircut, in case you didn't know that. You can temporarily make them a candidate. You know, there's 2 pre-treatments that we recommend depending on the score number of your cat, how high your cat goes. Anyway, this is Tootsie, sweet little princess ragdoll cat. I'm going to start with her sanitary clip, and then the owner has a special request to shave her underarm, her armpits, right? We use the one is all clipper set to the 1.4. There's a lot of one is all clippers on the market. Some of them are not so safe when it comes to cats, so I always say you need to get this one, right? So there is a direct link on the mainline.live that'll take you directly to how to get a hold of this one, just on Amazon. There, clear. Part of the sanitary clip for a long hair cat. Hi, Anthony and Anthony. Part of the sanitary clip is to do this inner groin area of the legs, right? She a little pudding pop. Tootsie, you're a little pudding pop. She's like, what's that mean? Pudding pop means that you're a little, I don't know, sweetheart. That's what that means. Okay. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Anthony. Hey, so we're live streaming for Mommy. Mommy is traveling from out of state for family, Thanksgiving. Brought Tootsie with her. And the service request is the long hair shampoo package. Wee-hee. Are we there yet? She said she wanted the armpits done. There's one. Okay. She's in really, really good condition as far as matting, right? But her coat could certainly use some sprucing up. You can see all the separation in her coat. which means she has oil starting to build up, which is fine. But after her grooming today, her coat is going to be just pure bunny rabbit status fur. There's not going to be any separation at all. Hello. How are you, Hembafam? How are you? This is Tootsie. Tootsie like really knows how to like just assume the position. Look at her. She's never been here in her life. Look at her. She's like, yeah, I know. I'm not stupid. Yeah, but how do you know how to assume the position if you've never been groomed before? She's like, because I'm a ragdoll. That's just how we are. That's just how we roll. Yeah, well, not every ragdoll, that's for sure. Could she be any sweeter? Could she be any sweeter? Alright, here's the knot Mommy was talking about. So, we're going to shave her armpits. There. Oh, who's that? It's Catwoman and Grinchy. Do you guys live together? How is it you guys pop up at the same time? Hmm? Is Grinchy dating Catwoman? Are you like an item? Are you gonna have little Grinchy cat babies? How's everything going with you guys? We're just, it's actually my day off, so, but we did an opening for a VIP client for her daughter to get her cat groomed, who's traveling from out of state, right? So, we're just doing Tootsie. Good, 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 good. Pretty good. There. So we just ran the comb all the way through the coat. There's no landmines, aka matting. So we did the whatnots, did the nails, sanitary clip, right? Armpit shave. Who do we have today? This is Tootsie. She's a ragdoll. She's a little precious ragdoll. And when I say precious, I mean she's just pure princess. She really is. She's like a ragdoll, literally in my hands right now. She's like, I am. Yipper. You're like a true princess. There. Take that off. Take that off. She's probably never had any of this done in her life. As far as, yeah. Hello, hello, hello. She's had one bath in her life that I know of from her mommy. So, waka waka. We're going to start with the pink pow pow degreaser on the head. And then we have 3 warm, I'll show you in 1 second. We have 3 warm washes, you could say. One's a wash. They're both, 2 are washes, and then 1 is a treatment. I'll show you. Let me just turn that around. There. So these are the 3 washes. The red one is the degreasing shampoo, finishing shampoo, and then the protein treatment at the very end. We don't mess around here, right? We're for real. Get it? Ha 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 ha. No. We're for real, baby. Hey Ma, did you get on the live yet to watch your little princess? Yeah, she's supposed to be in there watching. eyes are very unique in my opinion. I thought all ragdolls had blue eyes. Hers are like aqua green. What do you think, Grinchy? Have you ever seen a ragdoll that didn't have blue eyes? She's like, there's blue in them. I don't know. They're really pretty. I don't know if you can catch the light, if the light can catch her eyes, but they're just this beautiful aquamarine. Alright, so that's happening. And we're going to let that marinate. These degreasing treatments, usually you want to use that for a couple minutes. Alright. Just get a full coat restoration. So that means we're going to use a degreaser. Get that started. This is made by a company called Groom. It helps to lift the yellowing in the coat. So anywhere where there's white that's starting to yellow, it's not only going to degrease, it's going to help lift the yellowing, right? And then we usually preheat that, get that nice and warm. I use this gadget here. This is like a, can you see it? It's like a cooler slash heater for like your dorm or office. So I just put it in the heating mode, and then that warms this firmer scoop up to the perfect warm temperature. Awesome. Awesome possum. Wee. Talk about assuming the position. Where's Mother? Mommy was gonna be watching the live. Mommy, are you on the live? I was just curious. She's so, what's the word, limp biscuit? She's so limp biscuit, it makes me question whether she's even had a pre-treatment or not, but I don't think so. I put down NT on the title of this video, thinking she's at natural temperament, but she's very limp biscuit. She's like, I am? She's like, what's that mean? Nothing. She's like, that doesn't sound good. Limp biscuit? No. She's like, just like putty in my hands, like she doesn't do anything, right? Oh, thanks, Grinchy. Nobody appreciates me. I don't think people understand or appreciate me. No, she's not lethargic. She's not lethargic. She's like, I ain't no freaking drug addict. I'm not a drug addict. You didn't say that you were. Oh, she just got offended. Oh, don't be that way. It's all right. We were just playing. She said, you hurt my feelings. Sorry. We didn't mean it. All right, this is a 5 to 10 minute treatment. You want to try and get it all the way down to the skin, which not so easy to do when you're working on a long-haired cat, right? But it is possible. Are we going somewhere? Did she already decide she's leaving? That would not be good. She's covered in goo. Oh, thank you, cat. Thank you, cat. Or is it Miss Catwoman? I think a Grinch and Catwoman would make cute babies. Can you imagine their RBF? It would be the ultimate RBF. RBF, you know what that is, right? Wow. Meow. Meow. I know. Alright, she's got plenty of white in her coat, so we're going to also use that purple shampoo. That's, huh? Okay. Wow. Here we go. Here we go. Walking down the street. Got plenty of sunshine. Alright, where do we start? She's like, I don't care. Just get it over. Get it over with. Just get it over with. There, we're going to take it off. Oh, happy hoodie's off. How come you both... How do you both join at the same exact time every time? That's my question. You guys are like Batman and Robin. The question is, how many cats come for a groom and they have flea shampoo? We actually have a no flea policy here, so you're not allowed to bring your cat in with live fleas, right? So what we recommend is that the owner give a capstar to their cat the night before, and then that offers 24 hours of protection, so that when the cat comes in for their appointment the next day, even though there's a flea problem at home, that cat is not making it a flea problem in our salon, right? Because every flea would be dead, right? And then the flea shampoo that I recommend, Amazon is always out of. It's a all natural clove shampoo. Should have it here handy somewhere. The all natural. Well, I didn't even say what the product was, so how would you know? How would you be comparing what I use to making cat sick when I haven't even told you what it is? So it's an all natural shampoo on Amazon, made with clove, safe for kittens and cats, but they're always out of stock. No. Nope. It'll kill all the adults. Or anything lived, any bodies. It won't kill the eggs though, as far as I know. But it will give 24 hours of protection, right? Until you can groom that cat. Alright, let's get this water nice and warm. I do know you have to treat your cat or any animal in the household for like 2-3 months to kill the cycle. Apparently, what's on your cat is only 5% of the population of fleas in your household. So just, a lot of people think to wash their cat with Dawn to kill the fleas on the cat. You might as well have just given your cat a capstar, because it's going to do the same exact thing, right? It will kill all the fleas on your cat, but it's not going to address 95% of the population, which is in your home, not on your cat, right? So you have to break the cycle. They come in waves, right? They're in the egg stage, larva stage. So you have to treat for 2 to 3 months. You just put the product on your cat, like Advantage. Advantage is what I recommend. And then you allow your cats, or whatever animals you have, to be the La Femme Nikita. You don't have to do anything. Your cat does all the work for you. You just put the Advantage on your cat and allow that product to work. You have to do that for 2 to 3 months to break the cycle. That's the key to removing fleas from your household. You have to break the cycle. It's not about what's on your cats. And see, nobody really understands that. Exterminators laugh at you when you call them for a flea removal. They laugh at you. Yep. Yeah. And one other thing you can do before you vacuum is to salt. Salt in the rug, salt in your vacuum. What that'll do is kill and dry out the eggs, right? So, but yeah, exterminators will laugh at you if you call them about fleas. They might not laugh at your face in front, in front of you, but they're laughing behind your back. Because all you needed to do, salt will kill the eggs. It'll, I don't think so. I would say your regular, just your regular basic salt, right? Fine. Here we go. All right, here we go. She's like, what are we doing now? What are we doing now? Cap stars are great. They only work for 24 hours, but they really are great at just removing everything that's happening on your cat. So, all right, let's get this party started. Here we go. She's like, you have a duck with bubbles? Is he okay? Yeah, he's my bubble maker. He's my official bubble maker. You have an official, you're fancy. She's like, you're really fancy here. Yeah, we are. We got all the booty treatments. She's like, booty or beauty? Both. We got booty and beauty treatments. She's got a permanent WTF on her face right now. Permanent. What the frick? What the frick is going on here? Nothing. Nothing. We're gonna wash and blow you out like a mainline woman. Here. Thank you, Daryl. She's like, does that mean I'm gonna get a bob and my hair dyed blonde? No. No, you're a natural beauty. We would never do that. Most mainline women have a short little bob. Most people don't want blonde as well. They're like little Stepford wives. Here we go, walking down the street. Da-da-da-ba-ba. We need more polish, Captain. We want her fur nice and polished. You put on an exfoliating glove and that's going to help polish any short hair fur. Where's the short hair on this long hair cat? Her legs. Her head. You can grab that chub spark, get it all throughout that glove. You can do it that way. You can get the shampoo on the glove. Yeah, what are we going to do about getting a translator button? I wonder if I'm missing something. Like maybe it's in my settings or... I'm just shocked that YouTube doesn't offer it. Kind of bizarre when you think about how big YouTube is, right? And how worldwide it is. Damn, You guys are like professional mods. You really are. Thank you. I really appreciate what you're doing. Waka waka. What part? She's like all of it. I suppose we should rinse her head off and get a happy hoodie on her head because she doesn't seem to be doing so well. I know, we gotta get the water as, yeah, perfect, better. I know. She's like, why? Why me? Why me? Why me? You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. I know. Make sure all that's rinsed out, and then we'll get a happy hoodie on her head. That might make her a little bit happier. Wow. Boop. 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 Just these out. Wait, did you forget to breathe? Sometimes cats forget to breathe. Did you forget to breathe? Did you scare yourself? She's like, yeah. Did you forget to breathe? She's like, I don't know what happened. I'm not sure what happened. I know, that was, she scared herself. I'm not sure what happened, but she kind of scared herself. Sometimes a cat will forget to breathe. Alright, now, let us put that on. Keep it nice and dry. She scared herself. She scared me. I didn't know what was going on. Alright, I rinsed all the groomer skids out. Get that going. We put it on really thick, so get it all out. Thank you, Daryl. See the position that she's put herself in? That's the reason why you want to use the Lazy Susan whenever you can. Because you never mess with that position. Because the cat's giving it to you. The minute you move them, they get all fussy again. And it takes them a while to relax again, right? So that's why it's so important to work with any kind of a Lazy Susan. I study cat grooming all around the world, and there's this one salon in Malaysia. It's nothing new. I mean, I've seen these tables here in this country as well. But it's just a smaller tabletop, and then the table just swivels around while they're grooming the cat so that they're not messing with the position of the cat, right? A lot of concepts that will help with cat grooming. Alright, so we're doing a combination of Orbis and F&T by Le Pooch makes the F&T, which is a degreasing shampoo. And then Orbis is sort of like a lather booster. Right? Recommended to me by a cat groomer / Siberian cat breeder. That's what she uses, the Orbis, to get her cats ready for a cat show. So, really deep clean, right? So what we're doing, oh, she likes this. She's like, that feels good. Waka waka. Waka waka. Waka waka. Hello. This is Tootsie. Great movie. That was the movie that I watched, and after I watched that movie, I said, well, they can make Dustin Hoffman look that good with makeup, maybe I'll give it a try. You know? I never knew how you could just transform yourself with makeup like that. So, yeah. I remember that movie well. It was Dustin Hoffman and, oh God, wasn't it the girl from Deer Hunter, Maryland Street? I think so. Waka waka, waka waka, waka 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 waka. Could she be any more accommodating? Not really, people. Is she being pre-treated by her owner? Not that I'm aware of. Is she really just a sweetheart cat? Yepper. Probably one of the best new clients I've ever had. In case you're watching, Mommy. Alright, so are we there yet? Yeah. Get that water nice and warm before we start the rinsing process. Whee. There we go. Lemon. 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 Whee. You don't have to rinse everything out, just most of it, right? Yeah. Now this stage, we're going to flip and put her in the tub if she'll let me. Wipe out. Wipe out. She was doing really well on the pedestal technique, so she may not do well for the submersive bath. We'll see. Let's give it a try. Well, just give it a try. Waka waka. Waka waka. Okay. That is a warm wash of the volume shampoo. I love that. I love Shishi. Isn't that thank you in Chinese? Love that name. Shishi. Shishi. So as you can see, washing a cat is a process, right? It's a process, people. She's like, there's that damn duck again. There's that damn duck again. Alright, there. She loves her bath. She's like a water rat. Look at her. She's just chilling, taking it easy. Since I've been going live, Grinchy, have you ever seen a cat just take to water like this? Or grooming in general? No. No. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Wee. So my fingertips are doing most of the work right now. It's feeling for just where that coat is at, right? To determine whether we're finally reaching nirvana with her coat, right? Nirvana means the coat is crystal clean. And you can actually feel it. Hi, hi, hi. How are you? There. Waka waka. Doesn't matter. I mean, look at this cat. She's just taken to it like she grew up next to a river. You know what I mean? So, and rinse. They say you should start cats young, but what's the point in starting a cat young if you're not going to do it right? Because the younger you start a cat, it's my opinion that the younger a cat is, the more photogenic their memory is. Because as a young kitten, they're literally copying everything their mommy is doing, right? Almost like a photogenic memory, snapshots, right? So at a young age, if you don't wash your cat the right way and you're traumatizing them, you will have destroyed their chances for the rest of their life of ever having a positive, because they're going to retain that memory for the rest of their life, right? So I'm not an advocate. I'm an advocate of just high quality grooming at low stress levels. How's that? Right? High quality grooming at low stress levels is what I advocate. You did it. You did it. Now here is when you want to do a really good rinse. Glorious. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. Alright, let's get this up. There. Alright. Alright, last step. This is your beautiful luxuriating protein treatment. This product, Thick and Thicker, foaming protein, and then we add water and froth it. You can put it in straight from the bottle. It's a 3-minute treatment. This is the equivalent of cat groomers who use conditioners, but the difference between a conditioner and Thick and Thicker is you're not weighing that coat down at all. In fact, Thick and Thicker means you're going to make the coat even fluffier. That's the whole beauty behind the Thick and Thicker line. Now, Beats brush. All this is going to do is just get rid of any tangles that may have built up in your cat's coat when you were washing it. If you're not paying attention to that, you might end up with a cat covered in knots and tangles that you didn't have when you first started the bath, right? Why this would be the best $6 you ever invested in your life. And then I get it from Groomer's Marked. Link is in my bio. mainline rinse. She's like, are we there yet? Yepper. You're one step away from being a mainline woman. Awesome. Oh, wow. Hey, everybody. This is Tootsie. Have you met Grinchy and his sidekick, Catwoman? Now, I know Catwoman's from the UK. Grinchy, where are you from? Are you from the UK too? I think you said that already. I don't remember. She's glorious. Yeah, I thought so. See that you do live together. You and Catwoman. Or maybe I've got that confused. You're from the UK and then I need to be asking Catwoman where she's from. I think I tried to ask her that yesterday or the day before. Well, she lives in Gotham City, of course. Where the hell's Gotham City? Chicago, right? Isn't that where it's based? Batman? I follow a bunch of cat groomers from the UK. They just keep popping up all over the place, actually. Huh? Oh, Gotham is... Oh, New York. Okay, I thought it was Chicago. Hello. How much I know. That's how much I know. Yeah. It can be when the cat's just laying there, but the minute the cat would be I'm wet meowing, she doesn't even have an I'm wet meow. She's just amazing. She's amazing. She's amazing. So what's the blockbuster movie coming out for Christmas? Anybody know? Oh, solo mio, my own. As the owner's watching, do you think the owner would just sit there watching her cat being tortured right now? I don't think so. So, shut your hole, not your roll. Yeah. If I was one, we're rinsing. Do you know how long it takes to rinse everything else? Right? You think, yeah. Alrighty then. There we go. Done. Alright, so last but not least, let's just check for any kind of soap ring. Yep, it's there. You always want to go back and check the soap ring because sometimes it will creep up underneath that collar. Waka waka. Look at her. She's like the bathing. We're not in the cleaning process. We're in the rinsing process. But, you know, it doesn't matter that the video speaks for itself. Your mind wants to see what it wants to see, right? Cat grooming, watching it live is a lot like a workshop ink blot test. You see what you want to see, right? I see a bathing beauty. I see a cat who acts like she was born next to a river. Water is her next best friend, and she's just amazing. That's what I see, right? Someone else from another country saw a cat being tortured. You think that the cat's being washed right now when we're in the rinse process. Everyone's seeing something completely different. Why it's so important to videotape cat grooming? Because the video captures the truth, right? The video captures the truth. All right, here we go. Starting with the first towel wrap. We're gonna do the screenshot. Burrito towel wrap. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I did it, Ma. Oh God. Her face was WTF. Now it's just a pathetic wet princess. She's like, did you call me pathetic? Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean, Jelly. You know what I mean. Alright, let's get the dryer out. Whee! Waka waka. She's like, what is that? It's a dryer. It's not scary. It's not scary. It's not scary. Oh, someone's getting a spanking. Alright, first towel wrap is over. Go on to the second one. Well, for some reason, it doesn't scare cats. If I just... Well, 90% of cats are not afraid of this technique, so... Gotcha. You're feeling, what's the word? Merciful? I don't blame you. After a while, you're just like, yeah, whatever. 'Cause it's... Alright. Alrighty. Yep. Wow. There. She's like, are we there yet? Am I being transformed into a mainline marine yet? Almost. Almost there. Yeah. She really is. Alright, let's do her ears. Let's do her ears. They're really not that bad. Is that a true litmus test for a ragdoll cat? They have to have blue eyes. I don't know. I'm not sure. Girl. You did it. Alright. There we go. Giving you a hard time. Spam. Yeah. Oh, I see. Gotcha. Gotcha. Thank you, Grinch. Ever seen a cat just take to everything? Just absolute 100% trust, I guess. Absolute 100% trust. And who do we have to thank for that? The owner. The owner. Good job, Mommy. Now, we were very mindful about keeping her cat coat from tangling up, so we should be able to do a set it and forget it technique. Set it and forget it. Ready, steady, here we go. Set it and forget it, see what happens. We should be able to do it. Do this one. Doesn't fit? Alright. Try this one. No. This one. trying to escape from the 800-pound gorilla. That would be me. Wow. She did really well. And her coat is super clean, which means it's going to dry really, really fast. If you do a really good cleaning on your cat, your cat's coat dries a whole lot faster. In case you didn't know that. Right? Let's just open up this tail a little bit and then put her in there just for a few minutes. Wow. There we go. You did it. She's like, are we there yet? Almost. Here we go. Alright, turn that off. And then they'll be more inclined to go inside. Like she already knows, right? She's never been here in her life. And she just knew exactly what to do. How does this cat know how to do everything, right? You have an A student there, Mommy. A student. Alright, so she's at 60% dry. I usually use this box to bring the cat to 80%, and then I do a fluff out at the very end with this Shampoo dryer. That's a variable speed dryer. It's about $80 on Amazon. There's a lot of imitations of it, so if you see a price tag of $200, $300, and it looks just like that dryer, it's not a Shampoo. The Shampoo dryers are 80 bucks, right? Last forever. I used to travel up to Boston with a woman who had 7 cats, right? 7 Persians. And I taught her how to groom her cats, right? At the time, I used to be half celebrity cat will travel. So if you had cats who were celebrity cats, like on social media, whatnot, I would travel, go up there and groom your cat for you, right? Anyway, I brought one of those dryers with me, which I had found at a Goodwill store for 15 bucks, brand new, right? I knew exactly what it was and snatched it up. Brought it with me. And that's what she used to groom, and she started showing her cats. And got bit with the show cat bug, you know, meaning she loved it. And it's a great hobby, a great way to meet people. Yeah, I highly recommend it. You just join your local cat show in the area. So, and then you all get to talk about your different grooming secrets, you know. So, in case you didn't know, you can just join a local cat show. Even if you don't have a purebred cat, you can still be a part of the show. They have what's called household. They have a special category for household pets, so you can actually be a part of the cat show world, even if you don't have a show cat. Oh, so lovely. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. He's adorable. Alrighty. They do. They do have dryer boxes for people. Like I said before, household. Okay, it's troll time, so. Something tells me you're an idiot. It's the best cat I've ever groomed in my life. But Fishy, Mr. Fish-Eyed, as like I said, you're gonna see what you want to see, right? Cat shows have household departments, so you household categories. So you don't have to have a purebred in order to participate in the show. You are put in the household category, right? Which you can compete against other household pet owners, right? So. Hey, Cheyenne. Yes. Or the money box, where you go in the box and then they have like $1,001 bills. I love that one. I love that game. So, she really cleans up well, doesn't she? She's just so cute. We're just one step away from finishing her. She's quickly drying because her coat was really, cleaned well. So the drying process is a lot faster, right? She's about ready to hit that 80% dry level, and then we're going to pull her out and then just fluff her out with the Shampoo dryer, give her a final comb out, send her on her merry way home. So I'm going to just get her cat carrier ready right now. I stopped putting the cat carrier in front of the dryer box because some of these cats recognize their cat carrier and they're like, I'm leaving, and they get all excited, and so we stopped doing it that way. Here, let's go walk over, show you a little bit of my salon, right? Can you see it? There's my keeper, my little keeper. There's my salon. We do ambient lighting in here. Apparently, without me realizing it, that's what they do with Fear Free. They keep the lights down low, but somehow I just instinctively knew that's what I was supposed to do. Nobody told me that. So, anyway, what we're gonna do is just put a little. First, we're gonna check and make sure she didn't pee, right? That's the worst, when you put a freshly clean cat back into a cat carrier that has pee all over it, right? It's fine. She's got on her blankie with her little mermaid mouth. Oh, so cute. Can we get any cuter? With her strawberry, seriously, with her strawberry blanket. So that cat's temperament, I think, has everything to do with the love of her mother. Just amazing. Oh. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Zoom out. We're going to heat up the Shampoo dryer. It takes about 1 minute. So I'm going to turn that on right now. Flip that around, show you. That's at the lowest setting. It goes all the way up. You can turn it up, right? That's the heating element. You can put it on or off, and then that's the power button, right? So I usually have it at its lowest setting with the heat on. not a bad idea, Grinchy. You mean for Christmas? I don't know. Is that legal? Can you do that? You mean at my salon or online? Raffle tickets and customers pay $1 to $2 for a ticket and win prizes. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. I'll show you what I do. Dryer's ready. Let me try and spin this around. There. That's my treasure trove, right? That's filled with all kinds of semi-precious stones and crystals, right? There's the fake costume for children. And then we have beautiful, bigger handheld palm stones. See that one with the druzy? Beautiful crystal, right? This one here. See how pretty that is? It's all straight from the earth, right? And then these are they're called towers. See how pretty? This is a leopard. It's all natural. Everything is how it comes, straight from the ground. Right? How pretty? So with every grooming you get to pick from this treasure trove. But doing a raffle, I think I did that once for a big old Easter basket. Oh wait, are we ready? We're gonna need to get the happy hoodies out. Probably a princess bed, since she's such a princess. She really truly is. We'll get her princess bed. This is just a Petco bed. Any kind of bed will do as long as you can fit it in a pillowcase. The pillowcase just keeps all the fur from sticking in it, right? And, you know, for sanitary reasons. So we have our princess bed. If you want, you can spray that with Fellaway. Take it one step further. Out you go. She walked right in there. Let's see if she walks right back out again. Is she really that amazing? She's like, no, I'm good. Cats love that box. Why do they love this box? Because it's warm. The groomer stops touching them. Everything just kind of stops, right? So, here we go. Huh? Yeah. So I'm going to show you an easy transition on how to get your cat used to getting blown out by a velocity dryer, right? First, you want to make sure the velocity dryer has a variable speed, like the Shampoo. You start with a do-it-yourself stand dryer. Just get that from your Home Depot or Lowe's. It's an electric contractor clamp light. Conair hair dryers have the lowest setting. She's on her princess bed. We're going to get her used to this on low. Start putting the happy hoodies on. See if you can see. I should get an overhead camera so you're looking straight down instead of this way. Alright. So the easiest way to transition into a high-speed velocity dryer is to start off with this baby step first. If you went straight into blowing out your cat, probably one of the first things that will happen is your cat will start to pee because they're startled, right? And so they've just peed all over your freshly washed and coiffed coat, right? I actually watched a live one time with a master cat groomer. Master cat groomer. She was new to TikTok. I guess she just thought everyone was stupid. And when she started to immediately blow or blast her cat client out, that cat started peeing everywhere, right? And she said in the live, I just don't know why cats do that. It's a mystery. I just don't know why they do that. You scared your cat client, bitch. Oh, like, really? So that is when it dawned on me how stupid she thinks, you know, the public is regarding what they're seeing and what they're watching, right? And it's basically about pulling the wool over a lot of people's eyes regarding some of the things that are being said, right? Yeah. I blasted that groomer. I didn't say their name, but I blasted that groomer and did a post on another app, you know. That's how angry I was about it. Either she's really that stupid, which I don't think she is, or she was trying to just pull the wool over everybody's eyes. So if you cause your cat to pee during the drying process, you have done it wrong. You have startled your cat. You did not take the right baby steps. You reached too far. If you take one baby step after another, gradual process, allowing the cat to process everything that's happening step by step, you will not scare them, you will not startle them, and they're not going to pee, right? All right, so, oh, she's glorious. All right, we got a delivery. We'll get to that in a little bit. All right, so with the Schlandy dryer, you want to start off with no apparatus, right? Start with just this. And then when you feel like she's ready, then use this. This will help to separate out the coat all the way down to the skin and give it a nice, beautiful blowout. I want you to see what I see. going to put this one on. So when you're using this tool, it will separate that fur so that you can see down to the skin. And the closer you get to the skin, the more you're going to understand what's happening with their coat and their dryness level, right? And so basically, with cat grooming, usually after the towel wrap, that's what you're doing. You're going straight into the blowout, right? But what we did instead, because a lot of people at home don't have all of the fancy gadgets and equipment, we did a set it and forget it comb out on the coat, did a slow drying, which that is the $750 option, but you can do just an open crate for 25 bucks using a do-it-yourself stand dryer. And that's how you could do a low and slow at home. Put that on the outside of the cage, right? We're going to do her final comb out just under a low dryer, and then she's done. So these are the steps that I show because every homeowner can do all of these steps, right? Set it and forget it. Indeed, it's my favorite comb. Your hair's glorious. She's like, I am. Am I a mainline woman yet? Just about. Just about. It's another Lazy Susie on dry land. I showed you how to do the Lazy Susie in the bath. The pillow is a Lazy Susie, right? Comes in really handy when grooming pets. Uh-oh, did you lose your happy hoodie? She's like, yeah, I don't need it. You sure? You sure you don't need it? She's like, nah, I'm good. Are you sure? You look like you're getting ready to leave. I think you still need it. Nope. Alright, let's fine tune her little sounding area. Sorry, I just caught the tail end of that conversation. All of the videos are titled and coded. So NT means natural temperament, right? So if you look at the title of this video, NC means new client, and T means natural temperament. And if they're not natural temperament, it'll code what the owner is pre-treating and what they're pre-treating with, right? Alright, you did it. Just powder her nose. Last step, last and final step. If we do, well, here's the thing. When people can't wrap their head around what's happening or what they're looking at, their brain will fill the blanks in for them. If you have a 90-minute appointment, right, but yet a pre-treatment of GABA takes 2 hours to work, the math ain't mathin', people, right? So we encourage any owner to pre-treat if their cat suffers from high stress levels, which this cat does not. Why? Because she's been raised to completely trust humans. I mean, just look at her strawberry blanket and her little mermaid toy. Just look at how well she has been pampered and loved her entire life. I don't think she understands how to not trust, right? And yeah, she's probably one of the best new clients I've... So yeah, we have stress levels 1 through 6 to indicate their stress levels, right? We have plenty of level 1 cat clients. She's a level 1. We've got plenty of them. They're usually magic, what we call magic. This is called Wink Eye Powder by Pink Paw Pal. It's basically a cornstarch, right? God, look at her. She's just a glorious little beauty. Just a glorious little beauty. She's like, I am. Am I me, my woman now? Pretty much. Yeah. And then what we do is a full transparency so that we're actually teaching each and every video that we do. We're indicating what the service request is, whether the cat is at natural temperament, whether the owner is using a pre-treatment. So for you to insert what you think is happening, because you live in your own little brainstorm, is outside of the reality of what's happening here in this salon, right? You're living in your own little shitstorm teacup world, right? which you're more than welcome to do, but you don't need to insert that into what's happening here and the premise of going live, which is to show the owner how their cat is doing, especially a new client, right? She's never been here before. She is just absolute pure princess. Let's get that space heater going. She's in her princess bed, just chilling. We're gonna turn on that space heater. She's gonna relax, and we're gonna call the owner. Oh, these beautiful soft brushes. Dollar Tree. $1. $1, people. $1. Okay. All right, we just sent a text to mommy, right? Are you there, little princess? She's like, yeah. She said, I wish my mom had given me a mani and a pedi. No, she didn't ask for the mani and pedi. No, this cat is at natural temperament, which is what I have said. Oh my God, are we dealing with the same person? Okay, Erica, if you go to the link in my bio, themainlion.live, right? If you look, scroll down, you're gonna see Fear-Free Cat Grooming Guide. That link is the same link we send to cat owners whose stress levels are way too high. We send them that exact link, right? And we recommend, if it's a level 3 cat, we make a recommendation for one pre-treatment. If they go to level 4, 5, or 6, it's no longer a recommendation, it's a requirement, and it's for GABA, right? It's very clear. All the answers, everything is right there at your fingertips, right? So, themainlion.live, Fear-Free Cat Grooming Guide. Pop that up. You're going to see exactly what we're sending our clients, right? Which also includes our 8-year case study on the use of GABA with 500 cat clients, right? And what our findings showed here at a cat grooming salon, right? Because back in the day, back in 2017, pretty much every cat that showed up here with GABA, it was a fail. It wasn't working. Now, we had seen in the past how it did work for some cats, but the majority of cats who are being sent to our salon on GABA, it was a complete fail. So we started the study to find out why, right? We found out fairly quickly why. And the reason why was because back in 2017, regardless of how big your cat was, how volatile your cat was, the vets were only telling you to give 50. That was the biggest issue, right? Yeah. 50 is something you would give a senior cat or a cat with low immune system. Yeah. It's about the only 2 exceptions you would be using a 50 strength on, right? But anyway, so we decided to do our own study, and we were able to finally figure out, and we took it one step further. We found out that there's actually 2 pre-treatments. One is for panic and one is for aggression. They're 2 separate pre-treatments. That's also something our study showed, which the vets haven't gotten to yet. They're not there yet because they do not have enough access to enough studies to understand fully how it works. So what I ended up doing was encouraging every one of my clients to teach their vet how the GABA worked for their cat, right? And if their vet wasn't using GABA and was still using sedatives, still using the old school version of how to give a cat a grooming pill, right, which is a sedative. If one of our cat clients was the first to share with their vet how the GABA worked for them, they were given a free grooming. So we really, really tried to filter that information out into the public, into the area, so that everybody was learning, not just the cat clients, not just the owners, but also their veterinarians, right? So anyway, is there anything else we can do for this little mainline housewife? Are you married? She's like, no. You got a boyfriend? No. You want one? Yeah. Want to see her coat? That's her coat. There we go. We need a camera up here. We need to set something up so you can just look directly down. I'll figure that one out. Anyway, that's all she wrote, folks. We just have one cat. We opened up the salon to do one cat for our VIP client. Her daughter was in from out of town, and this is her daughter's special little princess. Yeah. Her name is Tootsie. Grinchy, thank you so much. And Catwoman, thank you so much. And Cheyenne, thank you so much. Oh, Cheyenne, where are you from? I know where Grinchy's from the UK. Oh, I love you so much. There's a bunch of cat groomers popping up in the UK, in case you didn't know. They're all over TikTok, right? But that's fascinating to watch. Yeah. Not so much in Ireland, more so in the UK. That is okay. Oh, Kat. So you live in Gotham, right? Just trying to establish where we are. I'm in Philly. Grinchy's in the UK. Catwoman obviously lives in Gotham City. And then we have Cheyenne, who probably lives in Oklahoma. Yeehaw! Alright. Huh? Oh, from Ohio. Oh, you're from Ohio. Two Skulls. How you doing, Two Skulls? Alright, we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining us. So, my schedule is Wednesday through Sunday. Is when I, yeah, Wednesday through Sunday. All the best. I might actually be working tomorrow, but who knows. Oh, okay, Missouri. Awesome. That's awesome. Gotcha. So, there you have it. I mean, I will double check any information that I find out after. Oh, that's just a CD. That's just a CD playing. Any information I find out after I've posted the video, I will put in my comment section. So if for any reason it turns out she is on some kind of a pre-treatment, we will certainly let you know. But it was never mentioned by the owner. I will certainly ask because she's so amazing. There is a litmus test. There is a way to tell. If you want to know what that litmus test is, in case you didn't know, I asked a vet one time, how do you know? And she says it's the tracking. If the eyes can track, right? And yeah, I don't really know how to do the test per se, but she certainly looks like she's tracking to me. So, which is probably why they do that at the cat shows. They have probably a couple of reasons why they do that, but I think one of them is just to make sure that the cat's not on any kind of medication, right? Bye-bye. See you later, cat. All the best. Take care, guys. Yes, if I find anything out about Tootsie regarding why she's so special, I will include that in the comment section to the video I'm about to post right now, right? So we did find out more about what happened yesterday regarding the extremely aggressive little Persian that I tried to do, right? Who used to be at perfect stress levels with the pre-treatment of GABA, and then all of a sudden he stopped being so perfect and reverted back to his old self again, right? Well, we figured out why. It didn't take long for me and the owner to figure it out. But basically what the cat was doing was he had gotten smarter and he had evolved from the pre-treatment. And what the owner was doing was she was forcing a syringe down in her cat's mouth of liquid GABA. And the reason why liquid GABA has the highest fail rate is because the cats are smart. And if you try to force something icky and yucky in your mouth, what do you think the first response is going to be for the animal? To lock their larynx. They will instantly, subconsciously lock their larynx, and it will not swallow, it will not go down. And that's what the cat was doing. He had outsmarted his mama. And so even though she was getting the pre-treatment in her cat, in the mouth, he wasn't swallowing. So if you are going to be working with something like a liquid, because it comes in all forms, it comes in capsule, tiny tubs, liquid, transdermal, chewables. It comes in every one of those forms, right? If you're using the liquid, you have to look and listen for the swallow, right? Because your cat, you may have done it right the first time and everything was fine. Oh, wait till you try to do it a second or third time. The cat will begin to evolve and get smarter and outsmart you, right? So first thing you do, and this is what I explained to the owner, is head up, mouth facing the ceiling, right? So anything you put in the mouth is going straight down the neck, right? Even if you get it in the mouth, that doesn't mean the cat's going to swallow it. So you have to wait for the swallow. What do some people do? They blow on the nose. They'll blow on the nose to either get the cat to open the mouth or to get the cat to swallow, right? So anyway, there you have it, folks. I'm just going to give her one more little bit of powdering while she's waiting for her owner to pick up, right? Oops. This is a cornstarch, not to be confused with talc. You never want to put talc in your cat's coat, right? Oh, just glorious. There she is. Mommy is in the house. All right, take care, guys. All the best. See you next time. Bye-bye.